Welcome to Mr. Gard's maths class. We're going to be starting a brand new unit called fractions, decimals and percentages. And in this lesson, we're going to be looking at the first sort of mini chapter called equivalent fractions. There is a little assumed prior knowledge to this lesson that hopefully you have seen fractions and have a general understanding of how they work. We're going to start quite basically, and we're going to begin with some key words that you need to know, as you can see on the screen in the top left corner. First one's denominator. That is the number on the bottom of a fraction. The numerator is the number on the top. So the bottom number generally tells us the size of the pieces or the fractions, and the number on the top tells us how many of those we have. 3 is equivalent fractions, and that's what we're going to be obviously focusing on today. And 4, highest common factor. So the highest number that will divide into 2 or more. In this case, we're looking for the highest number that will divide into the numerator and the denominator. Equivalent fractions, as the name suggests, being equi, means the same. So if we have a look at the example of 2/4, you may recognize that 2/4 is the same as 1/2. That being, if you have a pizza and it's divided into 4 pieces, because the bottom number, the denominator, tells us how big those pieces are. The top number tells us how many of them we have. So in this case, we have 2 of them. Now you can clearly see that that's also 1/2 of a pizza. So what I've written down in the blue section is we find the highest common factor of 2 and 4. So for this part, because we're trying to change 2/4 into 1/2. So the highest number that will divide into both 2 and 4 is 2. So I like to draw these arrows, and it's a good idea to do it because it helps make sure that you are doing the same operation to both the numerator and the denominator. So that's what I have written in the green section. Equivalent fractions are equal in value. You can change a fraction by dividing or multiplying both the numerator and denominator by the same number, or the highest common factor. So we're going to divide top line by 2, bottom line by 2. And that's how we get the 1/2. 2/4 and 1/2 are exactly the same thing. Let's have a look at the red example. So we need to work out, we have 4/12. And again, some of these look maybe pretty obvious to you initially, but the questions can get harder. And so by having the right working out and the right strategies, it's going to help you when questions get more and more difficult as this chapter progresses. We need to find, therefore, the highest common factor of 4 and 12. So the highest number that will go into 4 and 12 is 4. So I'm going to divide both the top line and the bottom line by 4. I get a 1 and a 3. So 4/12 is the same as 1/3. Now let's look at the green question. Is there anything we can do to that? No, we can't simplify it. It is simplified as far as it can be simplified because both top and bottom number are prime numbers. Why I've put that there is because we can also show that 2/5, if I can roughly draw a pizza or something, or a pie, that is divided into 5 sections and 2 of them are coloured in. As mentioned in the green writing, what we do to the top, we can do to the bottom, provided it's multiplying or dividing. We could multiply both by any number we want. We could multiply it by 2, we could multiply it by 3, 4, and so on. So let's say we multiply it by 3 on the top line. I get 6, and the bottom line, I get 15. So 6/15 is the same as 2/5, and we can show that here by turning this into 15 pieces, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 pieces shaded in. So, same amount of pizza, just a different way of writing it. Hopefully that gives you a little lead in to equivalent fractions and may hopefully remind you of what you've learnt previously. Thanks for listening.